Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your server appear online so other people can use the community server browser to see your server and connect to it. For example, this server that I just set online. You can see this is my server with latency 3, and if I click on connect, I'll be able to join my server directly. Now other people can do it as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the very first thing you need to do is find out what your local IP address is. To do that, just open CMD and type in ipconfig. So this will give you your local IP addresses. For me, the adapter is wireless LAN adapter and it has IP address ending with 0.170. Now I have fixed static IP address, but if your IP address keeps changing after restarting your router or after restarting your PC, it's probably because of DHCP. And to get a static IP that doesn't change after restarts, what you have to do is go to the network connections and select your active network connection. In my case, it's this Wi-Fi, and go to the properties. And in here, you have to find the Internet Protocol version 4, go to properties, and then here you have to choose the other option, which is use the following IP address. This basically forces your router to assign this specified IP address to this computer. Now you have to specify the IP address as well as your router's gateway, which is also printed here in the IP config, and you also have to specify the DNS servers. In my case, I'm using the Cloudflare and Google as the alternate DNS server. Once you have done that, close everything, and now we can go to the port forwarding. Basically, for other people to be able to connect to your locally running server, you have to allow your router to accept connections from outside of your local network. And for that, there are two things you need to consider. One is your local firewall. So if you have Windows Firewall enabled, basically anything won't be able to connect to your computer from outside of your local network. In my case, you can see I have firewall disabled for all my profiles. This is because I have a firewall on the router level. I don't need it on my computer, but some people have it on. Windows by default has the Windows Defender firewall turned on, so you have to come in here, go to the inbound rules, and then click on new rule, and in here you have to allow the port number that you are planning to use. So the next thing is we have to also change the start command for the Counter-Strike. Now if you go to the properties, and we created this in the previous video, we have to add 3 new commands. The first one is -IP. Now this is going to be our local IP address, which I know is 192.168.0.170, and we also need to set dash port. And now here you have to choose which port you want to use. I want to use 7070 as my main port. Next thing is we have to add an extra command at the end, which should be +sv set steam account, and this should be your GLST or game server login token. To get a login token, you have to go to Steam, and in here you have to search for game server token Steam, and then the first link would basically take you to the game server management. In here you will see, if you have already created one, you will see the list of your tokens, or if you don't have one, you can basically type in the game ID, which is 730 for the Counter-Strike, and then you have to give it a name, which you can type anything in. In my case, I already have a token, so I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to put it in the properties span, which if I have to minimize everything, okay, here we go. So I'm going to put it in here at the end. Now I can just click on apply and it's all good to go. So now we are ready to start our server, but there's one more thing we have to do, which is to forward this port that we set in the launch options on our router. So open your router settings. In my case, it's this IP address, and then go to the network forwarding. Now this step is different for every other router. Some routers have different steps. Mine is TP-Link and it has this flow. So if you have the same router, then you could follow the same steps. But if you have a different one, then you can probably follow the same steps, because most of the time it is the same for every router, but they might use different wording and different terms for these. So in the port forwarding, what I have to do is basically add a new port. I have already added the port 7070, and you can see my device IP address is also listed. I've given it a name, and the external port and internal port are set to 7070, which are my ports that the game is running on. Now in my case, I have another external router. This is not my main router. This is only the router that's connected to my computer. But this router is also connected to another router. So I have to forward the port on that router as well. And for that, I have to know this router's IP address, which is this one. And I can go to my other router. And you can see in this router, we have a little bit different settings. This is a Huawei router, and you can see in here, in this one, we have forward rules section, and then we have IPv4 port mapping. This is same as port forwarding, just different words. So in here, you can see I've also added the same port number. It uses the same external port number, and it uses the same internal port number, which means this router is forwarding the same port to my other router, and that other router is forwarding it to my computer. It sounds a bit complicated, but if you have just one router, then it's going to be easier for you. So yeah, after doing this, you can basically click on apply and everything should be good to go. Now we can close everything and basically start our server. So let's just click on start, and if your login token is correct, you should see this message which is logged on to Steam, and that's it. You should also be able to see something like this, which indicates that the server has been registered on the server list. So if you go to the game, play, and community server browser, I'm gonna hit refresh. I should be able to see my server at the very top with the least latency, and you can see it's here. Now anyone can see your server. Click on connect and basically join your server and play together. So this is how you can easily host your server online on your own computer. If you want to do this on a virtual private server, or a server that you have somewhere else constantly running, you can also do the same, following the same steps. Although it is a bit different to run the server on Linux-based VPS. I will also be showing you how to do that in future. So yeah, thank you for watching. In the next videos, I will be showing you how to add custom plugins and everything. So subscribe for more and stay tuned.